For a very long period of time, government propagandists have always come out to say that NUP is receiving iPod money, creating a narrative that Bobi Wine is enjoying freebies from the regime, not knowing that the money that are given to political parties are constitutional. In fact, when they speak about NUP's money, you may think that it's the only political party that used to get this money. Not until they had to make a law to force NUP to be in the iPod. Ladies and gentlemen, it is natural, it is okay for the political party to get fundings across the nation because political parties are entities of government. But NRM propagandists paint a picture as if it was only NUP that is getting this funding, not knowing that Bobi Wine entered politics and did this first campaign without the iPod money. Okay? In fact, the iPod spokesperson came out to reveal that Bobi Wine never received iPod money. It was money that is made in the constitution. In fact, he said these statements.
National Unity Platform is out of iPod.
Do they pick the money that is pegged on membership?
Now, the money that NUP has been receiving until the 15th of June has not been pegged on membership of iPod. So there hasn't been a law that required a political party to be a member of iPod for it to receive the funding. But now the law is in place. That question will be asked in this first quarter of the financial year 2025-2026. So when, for instance, the party spokesperson or whoever comes here, you need to ask them whether they have received the money that is pegged to membership of iPod or not. And by the way, the amendment provides that for a party to receive public funding, it has to be two conditions. Amendment. Yes.
Yes.
Two conditions. One, be a member of iPod. But being a member is not enough. You have to participate. Participate in the activities and initiatives of iPod. So, National Unity Platform does not have one foot in iPod and one foot out. It is out of iPod. As far as picking the money they have been receiving as at the end of the 2024-2025 financial year has been in accordance with the law, which at that point did not mandate them to be members of iPod.
That is the iPod spokesperson. So the reason behind creating a law to force NUP engage in iPod summits, it is that because General MUSEVENI wants to show that he's engaging the opposition. Is the reason as why even during these summits he sits in the position of power. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no way that you can negotiate when you have someone who sits in the position of power. First of all, to negotiate something which is good and visible and good for a country, you must sit as equals. The sitting arrangement was done by General Kaguta Museveni. Pictures speak volume. What should be the sitting arrangement? The chairman, you sit on the table with the chairman in the middle. But having a chairman in front of you like kids, it is nothing, as if he's hosting P1 children. So you clearly see that the purpose of creating a new law to force NUP to be in the iPod summit was geared towards having the NUP on the table. Yet the NUP put in its request of amending the constitution and stopping abductions, which are not done. Okay, so the actual reason as to why iPod was formed, it has never been realized. The actual purpose was enabling transition, which has failed our Uganda body politic. Now they are even politicizing it by forcing political parties. You cannot force a political party to engage, even under our constitution. Okay? Going against opposing an idea, it is okay under our political framework. But forcing a political party to sit with you so that you can get photos, it is not good. So all those propagandists who have always come out to say that iPod, the way they speak about iPod and NUP may think that iPod is NUP, not knowing that NRM takes the lion's share, almost 17 billion. This is the truth. So for me, I think, one, iPod is being politicized and it is running away from the actual reason as to why it was formed. Okay? Forcing the NUP to sit on the table. which is unfortunate. In fact, even Asumani Basalirwa came out to oppose this. He said these statements.
Well, you know very well that I wrote a minority report on that piece of legislation. I don't agree that anybody should be excluded from benefiting this money, because this is not an individual person's money. This is taxpayers' money. Be that as it may, I am the incoming chairperson of IPOD. I am going to take initiative to engage all political parties with the representation in Parliament to ensure that we have a discussion on this matter. I don't believe in exclusion.
So, going by the...
As far as my understanding of the law is concerned, every political party with representation in Parliament, regardless of what time they crossed, should be entitled to that money. And that has been my position. I have shared it with the Electoral Commission. I have shared it with the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, but I am not the implementer. So if there is need, if anybody seems dissatisfied, then it's a matter we can take to court for final resolution. But as far as I'm concerned, people who have crossed and have joined the new parties, those parties they have joined, for example, now Ecological Party of Uganda, headed by Honorable Muhammad Nsereko, is now a party with representation in Parliament. So it is entitled to funding. The Democratic Front, headed by Wechitiibwa Mathias Impuga, with 3 or 4 MPs, they are a party with representation in Parliament, so they are entitled to funding. So that is my understanding of the law. That is my position, and as I said, when I assume the chairpersonship of IPOD, those are issues I want to bring on the table for discussion.
So that is Asumani Basari. So you clearly see even those people, the way they speak about the new amendment, it's not okay. Everyone is free to be part of the engagement or not. Political parties, with or without IPOD, are supposed to be funded because are entities of government. Okay. Of course, that's my opinion. You make sure to be commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Yes, Kawiye Sulaiman Mawagali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makinde East constituency, so that I can represent the great people of Makinde East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.
Sigadde nze Mr. Makindi Kawiye Sulaiman Mawagali kantwene guno omukisa okubategeeza mbu ngenda kwesimba okuwa MP Makindi East 2026 nesimbawo luli era nkomawo bataata bamaama basenga bajjajja okubasaba akalulu. Makindi East ediridde nnyo emabega okumala emyaka 2 okuva omugenzi Sebana we yagenda. Yensonga lwaki buli mukulembeze ajja tumuwayo ekisanja kimu kubanga tukola ensobi. Abakulembeze ba Makindi East okumala emyaka 15 buli we baranking abakulembeze abakozi b'omu Parliament abatakyasinze okwogera babeera mu 2 abasemba. Ebyo bintu birina okwogerwa. Twetaaga omukulembeze ng'alina obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Twetaaga omukulembeze nga fighter, si bano bajooka. Bw'oba ng'ogenda saabalira ku mazzi ne baleeta eryato ly'ebbumba ne baleeta ne speed boat tosobola kukwata lyato lya bbumba ogenda osaabale kubanga lijja kunywa amazzi obbire bassebo ne bannyabo. Oba olina kulondawo speed boat efubutuka kaweewo ekusomese mangu. Nze Kabuye Sulaiman Mawaggali, nze speed boat. Bannaye munonde muninnye nsooke mbasaabaze ku speed ey'ekizungirizi. Eddoboozi lyaffe libadde teriwulirwa. Kyekiseera mu 2026 mulonde nze kamwa kwogera Kabuye Sulaiman Mawaggali alina eddoboozi eryamwanguka ajoyimirira ku palamenti ayanje ensonga mu beesimbyewo bonna bassebo ne bannyabo teri ansinga kwanja nsonga. Abaneesimbyeko bonna baneegomba olw'engeri gye njogeramu, olw'engeri gye nnambika ensonga. Gw'oba okiwakana eno YouTube yange sooka ogiraba ogifollowing ogisharing olayo ne vidiyo eziriko engeri gye nnambika ensonga. Kuba mwaka faananyi nga ndi ku folo ya palamenti nga ngamba Mr. Speaker sa wa Madam Speaker sa waliwo asobola okugaana okuwulira. So mu 2026 tetukola era ne mulonda omulala atali Kabuye Sulaiman Mawaggali. Musibe bulungi, mweraba. Peace.
Bobo mpala na wala kusaba kibuze mpala na bulungi waji abampala no bulungi nange benjagala obulungi.